Hello everyone! So we're gonna take a little bit of a vacation from the usual this video because I want to take you guys on a really exciting adventure with me. So I am currently in Carmel Valley, I think Carmel Valley, California. If I'm saying that wrong, please correct me. It's actually my first time in California, staying at a spa and resort. And am I wearing the bathrobe right now? Yes, because I need the full experience. No, really, because I just landed maybe 2 hours ago, got lunch, came in here. I've been up since 5 a.m. Georgia time. Well, 5 a.m. and it is now what would be 5 p.m. and I didn't sleep well last night, so I'm exhausted. So just wanted to get out of my travel clothes, and they had a robe and it's comfortable. So no judgment, please. But what I am doing here this week, not here for a full week, actually just here for 3 days, but really more like two full days, right? It's a travel day, a day here, and then a travel day back. I am here with Hyundai, and I'm going to be driving the new IONIQ 5N on Laguna Seca. So obviously I said this is my first time in California, so this is going to be my first time driving Laguna Seca, and for all I know, maybe one of the only times I will drive it. This is such a long tow from my home, which is why I have never brought any of my cars here. It's a haul, to say the least, from Atlanta to Monterey, California. But I'm gonna take you guys on just a quick little tour of my room because this place is badass. So let me run into the door real quick and then show you. So this is not a hotel room per se. It's like a resort, so these are more set up like quadruplexes. There's 2 on the bottom and then 2 up top. So we've got like a super fancy bathroom, double sinks. And then this is like their basic room. You have a whole sitting area, and you can see I've been working. This patio out back, look how pretty. Sorry, my light's shining in the window there. Look how pretty, you got the view of the mountains through there too. And this place is a winery, so let me tell you, the food and drink is going to be fantastic. But I've got my little welcome pack from Hyundai here. What I have is, of course, my schedule, little welcome card, and my, dropping things on the floor, name tag, so official. A hat, because I need more hats, but I mean, I love it. Little end hat. And then all of this food, and let me tell you guys, Ferrero Rocher are like my favorite, so the fact that these are in here, yay! And last but not least, I've got this little pack that has a tire pressure gauge. Well, like I said, I'm exhausted, been up for 12 hours already. I have another 4 hours until dinner. This time difference is gonna kill me. Usually jet lag's not that bad, but this time it's gonna kill me. But I'm gonna take a nap and I will pick it back up tomorrow. So tomorrow morning we're starting at 7 a.m. with breakfast, and then 8 a.m. we have our debrief, and then we're off to the track for the day. So I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, it's Thursday. I am leaving my room late, of course. Breakfast started at 7. Yeah, I have my room key. I think I have my room key. I hope I have my room key. Breakfast started at 7. I told myself I was gonna get there at 7:30. It is 7:50, but the presentation starts at 8. So I'm gonna go grab a quick bite and I'll at least be there in time for the presentation. Dinner last night was awesome. Got to sit with one of the main engineers and kind of main minds behind the IONIQ 5N project from South Korea. So it was super cool hearing a lot of what goes on behind the scenes in developing these cars and really seeing the passion that he had for the car. But walking down to breakfast, and then we'll get to see the car, and in a little over an hour we're headed to Laguna.
We've got plenty of track driving today. We've got auto crossing in Elantra N. We've got street drives in Elantra N, in IONIQ 5N, and also even in Kona EV. So no shortage of things to do.
We made it to Laguna. This is Colin. I'm starting Orange Group, so we're gonna be starting on street drives. We have IONIQ 5s, IONIQ 5Ns, Elantra Ns, and then down at the end, we have a Kona N gosh, darn it. We have the IONIQ 5N.
You ruined everything.
I know, I'm ruining everything. We have the IONIQ 5N, the Elantra N, and then at the back we have the Kona Electrics as well. So we're going to do a little bit of driving in everything, explore a little bit of the California countryside too, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time. It's the extra pressure of having someone else in the car.
Well, remember, I'm an idiot, so.
I just parked it. It took me a second, but I figured out how to turn on the sound, the speakers outside the car. So I put it in ignition, it's supposed to sound like the Elantra N. It's inspired by, you know, their Hyundai motors. And I'm stopped here. We made a quick pit stop at the gas station. I wonder if it'll let you rev it. I don't think the idle sound is picking up on the camera. It probably isn't, but I gotta try. Okay. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh. I hope that's picking up. I'm gonna have to get out. And it crackles too. Oh my gosh. Ah! That is so cool.
God, I like this car so much more than I should.
I know. City. We gotta figure out how to turn on drift mode and then we can try it again.
Oh jeez, now I've made this whole car a mess. Let's take a picture.
All right, it's Colin's turn to drive. He's been tossing around a little bit, hooning a little bit because it's necessary.
I've been very responsible. I've followed all speed limits. The most responsible.
It's like Top Gear, when that episode they did in the US where the RPMs keep going up, but they just stayed at 55. Exactly. That's what we're doing, 35.
30, well, I mean, granted, we're stuck behind this
cement mixer?
A cement truck?
I think it's a cement trailer? I don't know. We're stuck behind.
Something.
No fun. No fun.
This is a zero fun car.
Yeah, zero fun car. No fun at all. We're having no fun. See, no fun.
Zero fun.
Zero
35
fun.
miles an hour.
Zero fun, yeah. Yeah, we just went from 30 to 33. Keeping it within the speed limit.
God, this car makes me want to do stupid shit.
It really does. And that's like, that's what enthusiast an enthusiast car is for. Or is about, like, doing stupid shit. The car should make you get a speeding ticket. Like, you shouldn't have to make the car get a speeding ticket. The car should make you want to get a speeding ticket.
I would get speeding tickets in this.
Daily. Hit the engine button. Or engine. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was not ready for you to hit the gas.
What gas? It's electric.
Sorry, the accelerator pedal. My seatbelt locked up. That's how much it accelerates, that my seatbelt locked up when I leaned back forward from accelerating. Also, my arm hurts from holding my camera already, and this is like the shakiest video ever. Well, we're gonna head back. We're almost back at Laguna, and I think we're gonna hop into the Elantra N and go back to the gravel overlook and not do anything irresponsible.
I am the most responsible person.
The most. The most.
Really? Not tilt?
I didn't even move it.
I did. So it telescopes.
Is it a different thing?
Maybe.
Are there 2 levers?
Why would there be 2 levers?
Look, I started filming right as we can't figure out how to work a car. Cars are hard.
I'm a very serious auto journalist. I know everything.
Everything. Professional right here.
Yes.
Yes. Missed me driving because it's a little challenging to hold a camera and drive at the same time, believe it or not. But I just want to say I did a beautiful handbrake turn.
Okay.
Who said you can't have fun in front wheel drive? Who said?
Exactly.
Who said? This thing's super fun though, and I was commenting that I had no idea how affordable the Elantra N was. Like, I just kind of assumed it was more expensive. But this costs less than my Mazda 3, and listen, I like my Mazda 3. I love my Mazda 3 for what I use it for, aka daily, but this is more fun than my Mazda 3. Oh gosh, I cannot hold the camera straight up. Welcome to the worst video skills ever.
I'm only doing 35.
We're doing 35, guys. Look at 35.
30.
Yep. 30 through the corner.
Wahoo! Oh shit.
30 was a little fast. We had to slow down to 28. You know.
God, this car is good. Buy this, not the WRX.
Street drives, done. Check. On to autocross. I've literally done autocross once in my life and then decided that I wanted to go fast because the autocross course in Georgia was not this big. You hit like a max speed of maybe like 40, if that. So this will be fun, but we're doing this in the Elantra N's. So I got a little bit of a taste of it on the street just now, and onto the autocross. Hey guys, editing Annika here because I accidentally put my camera in slow-mo and it doesn't record sound when it's in slow-mo. All of these next clips are sped up 2 times and it took me a hot second in order to figure it out and get it back to recording volume, so I apologize about that. This was the autocross course. We did time our laps, I guess you call it a lap, or runs in autocross. And I was definitely not the fastest, not the quickest. I don't have a lot of experience doing autocross, as I mentioned. I was about 1.3 seconds, I believe it was, off of the fastest time. So not terrible, but also not fantastic. But I had fun, that's what counts. And the Elantra N is definitely a fun little capable car. Was really nice to experience. I hadn't driven any N cars before this event, so nice to experience and more capable than honestly I expected. It is nice that it comes as a manual as well. So many cars nowadays, they're ditching those manual transmissions, so nice to see the real manual. Now this autocross is followed by a scene of me gesturing and speaking to a camera with absolutely no sound in the background because, again, slow-mo. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the car and some of the features of the car, since this was about the IONIQ 5N and kind of unveiling the capabilities of the car. If you are interested in some of the more details on that, some of the more specifics, definitely visit A Girl's Guide to Cars. My article is out as of this video, and so is the video on A Girl's Guide to Cars YouTube channel as well. The main things that I just want to touch on in this video, I know that there's a lot of resistance to electric cars in the car community, and the way that I see it, I don't own an electric car, and I won't be trading any of my cars for an electric car anytime soon, except I maybe would consider the daily because I drive so much for work, but mileage wise, range wise, anyway, that's a whole nother story. As far as performance goes, I'm not going to be trading any of my performance cars for an electric car anytime soon, but if manufacturers are going to be making electric cars, which they are, it is nice to see a manufacturer creating an electric car that's supposed to be fun and an electric car that is supposed to appeal to the enthusiasts. I know there are still going to be a bunch of people out there who say, nope, electric, I'm not interested, who just really put their foot down and don't even want to look at it. I understand that. I know that's going to be a thing. I know people are going to be like that. But to me, at least someone's trying. I would rather see someone try than, you know, they keep making Teslas. So yeah, it doesn't have real exhaust noises, but they did tune exhaust noises into the car, which is fun. It's stupid. It doesn't do anything for the car, but that's kind of the point of a fun enthusiast car. There's a lot of stuff in our cars that don't necessarily do anything for the car, but we just like it. And so they toss in the exhaust noises, they toss in the shifter. They actually tuned gears where each gear has a different torque band. And that makes the car accelerate slower, but it makes it feel like an ICE engine. So again, it's literally just there for the fun of it. And so to see someone doing that in an electric car is nice to see. I'm just glad to see Hyundai doing it. You know, no one else is doing it right now. So props to Hyundai that they are doing that in electric. And of course they are still having fun with their gas-powered cars as well. I mean, look at the Elantra N. But without further ado, we'll move on to the track time. It's so quiet. I did not bring my fancy helmet this time around. Just didn't feel like traveling with it. But we just finished our first session. Unfortunately, in-car is not really gonna be a thing because I don't have a mount for either my phone or my camera that's gonna withhold to being on track. If I'm able to hop in someone else's car, I'm going to, but I'm not gonna do it at the expense of me getting a lap, so. But Laguna's super fun. Like I said, it's my first time out at Laguna Seca. Totally butchered the corkscrew on my third lap, but I think I figured out what tree I'm supposed to stare at now. But it's a super fun track. I mean, out in the south, really, except for Road Atlanta, we don't have a ton of elevation change, and Road Atlanta even doesn't have a ton. So here, I mean, a lot of elevation change. It's definitely makes it fun. A lot of blind corners and stuff. So I'm loving it for sure, for sure. Car's fun too, I guess I should mention that. The first session out, we just had it in normal mode, so basically like the single gear. And it kind of was off-putting, like I thought I was trying to shift when we first went out and then realized, oh, it's an electric, it only has one gear. But it was definitely different to not feel, like to be on the track and not feel the shifts. It took some getting used to for sure. But these next two sessions, we're trying out basically different modes every session. So I believe that we're going to be doing manual shifting modes for both of our other two sessions, which not as fast, right? It's gonna be quickest in automatic mode, but I think it's gonna be a lot more comfortable for me. And then also, interestingly enough, with the cup that these cars are raced in, they are required to shift manually, just kind of for the excitement and the sound of it. So yeah, that'll be our next session. If I'm able to get some B-roll, insert B-roll here. If not, I'm sorry, but I will update you guys after we're done. Monica again. So while we're watching this lap, I do want to mention just one more thing about this car. I mentioned a second ago about the cup that these cars are going to be raced in. So Hyundai has created an IONIQ 5 EN1 cup car. So it is literally a racing cup of IONIQ 5Ns. There are currently 10 teams racing, and it is in South Korea right now. Along with that, in order to help support the racing series and help support the people who buy these cars, Hyundai has an initiative to add fast chargers to racetracks in every country where these cars are going to be sold. So they do currently have 10 fast chargers at Inje Raceway in South Korea, and they have already created a deal with the Nürburgring to add fast chargers there as well. So they're not there yet, but they will be. It takes about 18 minutes to charge from 10 to 80%. So they say drive for 20 minutes and then go ahead and charge for 20 minutes and go back out. They did say that they are in talks with a track in the US. They would not mention which track it was, but I would not be shocked if it is this one right here, Laguna Seca, because Hyundai has been doing a lot of partnerships with them. But that is just conjecture. No one from Hyundai said that. That is straight from me. But I do love that. I love that they are trying to do their best to overcome what they know is going to be the biggest complaint from enthusiasts about this, and that is that, okay, so you created a car that's quick, that's fun, and you put some silly things in there, it makes me want to hoon, I like that, but the infrastructure is not there. So Hyundai is already taking some initiative to try and get that infrastructure there for the future, and I love to see that.